Good morning, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, I'd like to go over a quick overview of what we see transpiring this morning in the crypto market, preferably with XRP. First, we've got XRP down another 4.25% to the 57-cent level. And yesterday, unfortunately, we came down below the 60.3 cent, which was the rising chain of resistance. And we knew we had to come back over that in a heartbeat without getting rejected. Yesterday, when we came back up, it was used as resistance, even though we didn't come all the way up. And then we proceeded to fall through the 58.3 cent mark, which now invalidates the 2018 breach of the resistance. And now it's resistance as support. And it was once again used as resistance. This can become very dangerous very quickly. So we'll go over the exact technicals here this morning of where XRP can go now that we're below the 2018 resistance. And we warned about this yesterday. Even though it had come back to almost 60 cents, being below that 60.3 rising channel gave us the opportunity to come back down. And unfortunately, we were unable to use the 2018 resistance as support. And once again, it is acting as resistance. So this is a devastating move this morning. But if you're part of the Ripple community, part of XRP holder, or if you're part of the well, not the transformation, but if you're part of the, let's just call it the swing trading, when XRP goes up, buy it back when it goes down. There's a large group of people that are doing that now. Or if you're part of a group that has bought it much cheaper, and you're letting it rally. Right now, it's a very interesting moment for everybody. We've got all the information now on the escrow drop, or the dump, which we'll start out with as well. Well, we'll go into this after we get into the technicals. But XRP dips under 58 cents following Ripple's 1 billion XRP transfer and 500 million escrow unlock. So only 500 million find their way back to the escrow this month. Typically only a couple hundred million stay unlocked, but this month there's about 500 million, or there is 500 million tokens that stayed unlocked after the 1 billion release. So we'll look at all the details there. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. It's a very important update. Maybe not one that most people want to see because XRP's floundered the last couple days, but it is just as important to see the technical analysis when it's going down, if not more, than when it's going up. So please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube does recommend this. I pop up on the YouTube news feed so you can watch my content whether you've seen me or not. And then we'll also take a look at Bitcoin this morning, as it's down 630 points, or 0.89% to 64,694, or 1%. So we'll take a look at that. So make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro, and I'll try to give you all the information needed for this morning's update. Good morning, 8:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, August 2nd, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So looking a little red here, obviously. Not the greatest charts that we've seen, especially the fact that XRP came back below. And if you're new, let's start with this. We'll go back. This is the all-time formation from when we hit all-time highs. That $1.98, that $3.31 is resistance 1 in January of 2018. Whoops, sorry about that. Let's see. Support 1 is 10.8 cents. That's March of 2020. Support 2 is 18.2 cents here, right about January of 21. Now, March of 21 is more efficient. Resistance 2 was April of 21. Support 3 is down here at January of 23 at 30 cents. Resistance 3 was up there March of 24 at 74.8. Support 4, we've already confirmed the pattern with 3 hits on resistance support. Support 4 is down here at about 40 cents in June of 24. And resistance 4, unfortunately, was just happened. Resistance 4, we'll just say July of 24. until otherwise noted, because August could continue this push out. But as of right now, it looks like if we come down a lot further here, we're at, if we break through 55.9, this switches from an inverted hammer, which is still bullish, to a reversal candle, which is not so bullish. Not so bullish at all. So now our main thing is, we don't want this to be resistance 4, but we're painfully below now. Now we've come to a spot that if we don't pull back up here now, like in the next few hours in today's candle, if we can't get above 58.4, this is where we could get that overriding rejection and the pattern can start flipping bearish. Unfortunately, I don't want us to take this pattern I drew out yesterday, but if we do take this route, it can be very dangerous because that could bring you down back to 40 cents. I actually had a comment from somebody who said that they did a 3x leverage and they're safe because it's in spots XRP's never gone, so they won't get liquidated, and that they're going to make more money than I am because they're on a 3x trade. I think that lack of humility is going to end up costing a lot of people if they take that mindset. You do realize on a 3x trade you're liquidated if we go back down to that blue line around 40.47 cents. And that's the next support if we get rejected at 58.4. That's the real support. So be very careful. You know, even if you think a 3x leverage trade, you're never going to get liquidated. You're smarter than everybody else. You're going to make more money than everybody else. You know, I mean, if that's the case, you also realize the risk that there is a likelihood that you will get liquidated at some point, especially if XRP gets rejected by this 2024 resistance, now in this downtrending resistance, the resistance that's been rejecting us since 2018. If for whatever reason we get rejected here and come down, there's a very real chance you may face a liquidation. Remember, you buy support, sell resistance. So support, this is a resistance area. So if you're buying a 3x trade up here, my question is, why didn't you buy it down here? And if you're so bold to say you'll never get liquidated, I mean, I think that's a pretty bold claim, unless you're on cross margin, and then you can let it come down as far as you want and just have the backup money. But still, just remember, everybody, stay humble when you're doing this. Don't come out trying to, you know, make a point that one could refute very quickly. So anyhow, we want to be over 58.4 cents. And if we're over 58.4, it can open up the door to that push to 80 cents because that was the technical move. The problem is we're below that target. We didn't show the strength that we needed to. We came clearly below 62.34. Now we're coming so far, it makes it look like this is a Batman top here. And if this is in fact a Batman top, I mean, you're talking about you come from resistance and then you try to find a layer of support. That's down at 43 cents on this chart. Now, is there anything that can show us hope with the rising channel, the cup and handle, and anything like that? Nope, we got rejected at 64.5, which was the handle resistance. We got beaten back down at the rising channel resistance at 60.7 cents. And now this suggests, the other chart, one suggests around 40.3, the other one 42.4, or 43 cents, I should say. This one's 42.3. So, I mean, the likelihood is if we keep building this formation, we've got some downside liquidity here if we can't break back up. Now, I would like to see this start reacting as a W reversal and push back up. And I would like that 3x trader to make a ton of money. Just showing you the fear points here. So make sure you pay attention to the charts appropriately and you make an appropriate decision. Right now, you're in no man's land if you took out a long, because we're under the key areas. So this would be where you have the testicular fortitude and you would have to make an educated and informed decision. I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't know. I can't tell you whether to buy or sell. I can just tell you to be careful if you're in a leverage trade. And that's all I'm going to say. I gave you the numbers. I gave you the targets. So, but it can get ugly really quickly here. I told everybody yesterday, when you're below that 60.3, it opens up the door to a drop to 58.3. And the moment you drop under that and act like that's a resistance, that opens up the door to 40 cents. Well, 43, 42, and 40. And nobody wants to go back down there, but that's the likelihood here. You could have a big drop here since XRP's given this back. And then we start to ask ourselves, well, what the hell is really going on? Now Bitcoin's down 1.2% or 800 points to 64,555. We're not surprised by Bitcoin because the U.S. government was selling 2 billion of Bitcoin. But now with XRP, we might be asking ourselves, what the hell is going on here? And before we go into this article, if you're looking to trade XRP worldwide, Look in the video description below and our pinned comments. There's many other choices besides XRP, but XRP is our main, and it's there. You don't need a VPN or KYC, only KYC if you send or receive from a bank account. But that's BITUNIX, lowest spot and leverage trading fees in the USA. Use it worldwide. KYC only if you send or receive from a bank account. And there's also HOTCOIN as well if you're looking for deeper options or you're just looking for a different platform. They have XRP, they have the XRP Bitcoin pairing if you're trying to trade the pairing. They also have IOTA and many others. So make sure you take a look in the video description below and our pinned comments so that you can trade like I do or be ready to trade when the opportunity arises. With the prices dropping right now, I encourage everybody, take a look at either BITUNIX or HOTCOIN. Don't pay the extraordinary fees of the exchanges and get on top of it. Get your money deposited, and when the price comes to where you want, don't dick around on the exchange and try to figure out what to do then. Do it now. Do it now. Get yourself in the right positioning to do it now. XRP dips under 58 cents following Ripple's 1 billion XRP transfer and 500 million escrow unlock. So the market is also reacting to ongoing speculation about a potential settlement between Ripple and the SEC, which is bullshit. Ripple has recently been active in managing its XRP assets, results in a notable drop in the cryptocurrency price. On August 1st, Ripple conducted a series of significant transactions, moving 1 billion XRP and unlocking 500 million tokens from escrow, which contributed to the XRP falling below 58 cents. Ripple's major transaction. According to cryptocurrency tracking platform Whale Alert, Ripple executed a series of intricate transactions involving XRP across its own addresses. The process began with the transfer of 500 million XRP from the address RW2, 3WY to 2 Ripple affiliated addresses. 200 million XRP was sent to address RBG91M, and 300 million XRP was moved to address RDDECK. Soon after, another Ripple address RDQESF transferred an additional 500 million XRP to address RKD2OP. This latter address then locked the entire sum in escrow at 1729 UTC. Concurrently, address RDDECK also placed its 300 million XRP in escrow. In total, Ripple moved 1 billion XRP within 20 minutes, simultaneously locking up 800 million XRP in escrow as part of these transactions. Later in the day, Ripple unlocked 500 million XRP from escrow and transferred it to address RW2 3WY, fulfilling part of the monthly release schedule. This was an exception to the typical practice of releasing 1 billion XRP at the beginning of the month, with the possibility of the remaining 500 million being released later in August. These transactions coincided with a significant decline in XRP price. The market is also reacting to ongoing speculation about a potential settlement between Ripple and SEC, which are bullshit. To be honest with you, and they used a source, and I really I don't respect this kind of reporting. They used a source, a quote from, they're talking about CEO Brad Garlinghouse in recent SEC meeting have heightened rumors of possible resolution. Wrong. He never said anything about settlement. I showed you guys the exact meeting. He talked about he's not going to talk about settlement, and he's waiting for a decision from the judge. If the judge gives a number and they agree on it for a settlement, so be it. But there is no meeting with the SEC and Ripple that's about a settlement. That is all BS for views, period. If a settlement is reached, it could resolve the litigation and possibly or potentially improve XRP's market performance. As of the latest data, XRP is trading at around 57.3 cents. The price point is testing significant support at 56.5. If XRP breaks below this level, it could face further decline towards the next major support at 54 cents. This level aligns with the 200-day exponential moving average, EMA, which has historically acted as a strong support barrier. Resistance for XRP is currently situated around 65 cents, a level it reached briefly at the end of July. The failure to maintain this high suggests a retracement, with XRP now grappling to reclaim and hold above this resistance point. A sustained move above 65 cents could indicate a bullish reversal and potential for further gains. XRP has been consolidating within a symmetrical triangle pattern over the past 6 years. This pattern signifies that the cryptocurrency is in a phase of indecision, with the price movements between converging trend lines. A breakout from this triangle could result in significant price movement. Long-term prospects for XRP depend heavily on the resolution of the Ripple SEC case and overall market conditions. So at least we have an idea of what's going on with the Escrow. Looks like about 500 million are outstanding still, though. We had 800 million unlocked, 300 million moved around. So it looks like initially 800 million was locked, but it looks like they keep the option for 500 million in totality that they can use to sell this month. The price is not reacting good, down to 56.7 cents, and I've shown you every reason why this should have been a warning yesterday, and everything to be concerned about if it fell below 58.3 cents. So leverage traders beware. Spot traders, make sure you take advantage of these drops if it comes into your range. I never even look at XRP unless it's sub 50, but for me personally, I never buy unless it's sub 40, unless it's the XRP Bitcoin pairing presenting an opportunity. So I feel very comfortable in my approach to buying XRP. I still have my long bag. My swing trade bag was gone at 60.3 once it broke that support. And then we'll buy another swing bag if it offers me the opportunity. But I am very much looking at this in no man's land right now. And it looks like that's a big Batman top. And with the way it's reacting this morning, am I convinced that it's not going to come down farther? I mean, not necessarily. And it looks like to me it still wants to dump more. So the fact that we couldn't come above 60.7 was very, very telling yesterday. And then the fact that we couldn't even hold the 58.4 is very telling. And we even came back up yesterday and right back through. So if you're asking me, could be some pain at the pump here. We better hope we don't see what I drew out there, because if that gets drawn out, anybody in leverage 3x or more, it don't matter if you're at 3x, you're done, unless you're in cross margin. And then Bitcoin down 992 points, or 1.48% to 64,380. I don't think anybody's surprised. We came down to 62,284 yesterday. Pushed back up to about 65,600. Got rejected at the 200-day and the 30-minute. Now, if you're asking me, it's probably going to come back down to 62,332, and that can only be confirmed if we break back down 63,600. But the market doesn't look very strong right now, and it's not just crypto. If we look up here, we've got a little bit of hope here when it comes to precious metals. Gold's up 26 bucks. We've got B2 gold hovering around that $3.01 mark, which I'm very happy to see that. But is gold going to continue moving up? We don't know. It looks like we're attempting to break up to the next level, which would be nice. But we are also finishing this cup, so there is a very real chance. We came up here last night. We finally hit the cup here this morning. Now we've completed the top cup. Now we're going to have to see if gold is going to get hot here. Gold's either going to get hot here, or we're going to get a very quick retracement, and it's going to give back all of these gains very quickly. So it's indecisive for gold, but it's a good sign right now that it started out so hot this morning. Up 27 bucks. So we'll see exactly how gold plays out. B2 gold at 301. And at 301, we're going to start pushing back up here. So that's the short-term drop. It completed this little cup overnight. So we need to get over 301 for sure. We need to get a little bit higher than this. I don't want to see gold or B2 gold just go up to like a cup and then get rejected. I want to see further continuation. So the US dollar is down 0.75% to 103.57. So this could be an area for gold to get hot. If gold keeps pushing here, which is nice right now to see this, it really, really is. I suppose we could come all the way up. Although this is the handle, the cup right here. So we're actually right up here. We're going to see right now if we've got some testicular fortitude to push up, or if this was a push up here to get to that cup and then it reverses. So pay attention to gold. Pay attention to B2 gold. See if we can continue getting hot here. We still got 45 minutes until commodities open up, so pay attention there. And before I leave, if you're looking to show me personal support, it is the start of the new month. Consider joining Tom's Army and getting the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens in month 1. My face is superimposed on that emoji badge. Or go all the way out to the 3-year badge with the XRP Diamond Hands badge. Or you can send me a YouTube super chat if you'd like to show me personal support. It is not required, but it is always appreciated. So make sure you pay attention to everything we've talked about in this morning's update. There's a lot of variables going on this morning. Crypto is getting hit hard. But right now it looks like commodities might get a bid. We'll see though. Like I said, we're up at that cup. So make sure that this doesn't reverse back down like some 30 bucks really quickly. Because right now we're up to that very top here, which is interesting for gold. And that looks like a small bull flag. But we'll make sure that it does break above like 2,483 before we get too excited. And then obviously we want to make sure we don't retrace on this 2,475. So I could see this being a quick retrace this morning. Get a lot of people excited about the end of the trading week. Come back down and create the handle real quick. And then pull back through. Unless we get the fortune here that maybe this was the handle. And maybe it came up here. 2,468. Came down to 2,450. I don't know though. That doesn't seem like a big handle. Because we've got the around. Now it seems like it would have to build some kind of cup, but who knows? Maybe it'll just get hot. I would like to believe it's just going to get hot. But my gut tells me that we need to pay attention to that, because that looks like the short-term cup is filled. And now we're going to have to put in some kind of handle. So I think a lot are going to get excited this morning. I'm excited to see it, but I know mornings like this, sometimes it's up hot, finishes the little pattern setup. And then like when the opening happens, B2 gold is beautiful at 301. But we'll see exactly if this is how it has to play out. Because I could see a very real scenario where we get rejected around here with gold and then build that handle for a much bigger breakout. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope it just shoots out. So I'm going to release this. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Thank you, everybody. Make sure to hit that like button on the way out, and I'll catch you this afternoon.